was in a relationship for almost 5 years. And because of my insecurities of being a dark-skinned Black woman, and again, this is my story, I allowed a lot of things to slide in that relationship because I felt I could do better.
You felt like you couldn't do better.
Correct. We did not talk. And in that time, God really wooed me.
Oh, God wooed you.
Wooed me and reminded me of who I am, which is
beautiful.
I'm a child of God, right? And if he's King of Kings, that means I'm a princess.
Right.
So I should act accordingly.
I realize we have been kind of lied to and conditioned, particularly as women. We have been conditioned to think we are individual contributors and that we are in a competition with each other. And that is somehow the way to achieve all of the things that you want to achieve. And I have totally given up competition. Like I don't do competition with anyone. And if anyone thinks that I am in competition with them, they're
Lauren just released their Portrait of American Dream Oak Bluffs collection in association with Morehouse and Spelman. And it's stunning. It is stunning. And the collection is fire. But I don't want to talk about the collection. I want to talk about the documentary film about the collection. You don't need to watch.
I'm still behind in the Nicolandria movie, but that's okay.
That's okay. Like, there's 2 movies.
I have the link for one. I'm in for one.
Okay.
As we start our podcast,
I'm gonna send you the other one. It's called The Invisible String Theory. That's the one that you should watch. It's more cinematic.
Okay, so if everybody who's
scoring, it's great.
Everybody who is like me, who has not yet seen Nicolandria but knows you're behind, like you're missing a moment. We got you. We got you.
Yeah, I'll include a link. But
come on out of office with this.
I need a shirt. I need a Nicolandria shirt.
You do. You need an ID card. You need a birth certificate. You need an ID.
No, I'm gonna make up my own shirt for the Nicolandria High, specifically for Alandria, because I just love how she didn't settle.
You should make the t-shirt because I think it will do well, and you're good at making t-shirts. So,
thanks.
Well, hello. Welcome back to another episode. Hello to all those listening. You guys, we're all just in a big group chat, so
yeah.
The autoresponder is on.
Autoresponder is on. What's your out of office reply this week?
Girl, it's a good one this week. I got it courtesy of my mother. No is the answer. Hell no is the reason.
Oh, mama. No is the answer.
No
Hell no
is the answer.
The reason.
Hell no is the reason.
My goodness. I
courtesy
love it.
of mom.
How is mom, by the way?
She's doing good. She's funny still, as usual. Hilarious. We went out the other night. We were like hanging out, listening to a band, talking to people.
Oh.
She's the social butterfly. I feel like I'm social, but my mom
she's
social.
She can talk to anyone.
She could anyone.
I've seen her in action. She's quite the lady.
She is. She really is. She can just like sew up the room so quick, and all of a sudden we're all friends. She's really good at that.
That's very much that. Oh, I can't wait to see her.
She watches our podcast. Shout out to mom.
Oh, hey, mom. I love it. So
What's your
out of office? Yes, my out of office reply this week is I am a blessed Black woman.
Yes.
Thank you for the reminder. Iman Europe, she's a content creator. I can talk a little bit about her in another section today, but she closed a recent video she posted and said, I am a blessed Black woman. I am not stressed out. Everything is going to be okay. And I'm like, you know what?
Keep that mantra. That's right. You got to say it to believe it, to see it, to live it. It's so true. And when you start telling yourself negative things, Like people like, oh, I always blah, 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 blah. And then they wonder why that thing keeps always happening to them. They think they're making an observation, but they're actually creating a cause to experience the effect.
Exactly.
Like, don't say that. Like, if you don't want to experience it, say the thing specifically that you want to be or experience. Just stick to that.
That's
I
right.
am blessed. I am so lucky. Everything goes my way.
Yep.
I love it.
Everything's working out for me. Remember that song?
Everything's
Working out. Everything's working out for me.
Everything's.
Yep. So I needed that reminder this week, and I got it from Iman. So thank you, girl.
Beautiful. I see you, girl. What's your t-shirt?
My t-shirt. Oh, it's Whitney Houston.
Oh, I want to dance with somebody.
This shirt, it's like her concert tour shirt from like the 80s.
Weren't you too young?
I didn't go to the concert.
Oh, you just vintage the shirt.
I just
vintage.
I got the shirt. Yes.
Okay, I got you. That's wise.
But I found, funny you say that, I found a vinyl, an old vinyl album of Whitney's first album.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, I have it. I found it in storage. So I'm like, ooh, I'm keeping this. I found that one. I have the Jacksons album. I have Thriller.
On vinyl.
On vinyl. I have the original. I have the Grease soundtrack.
Girl, you have I don't even know where my old vinyl is or like where our family's collections have gone.
It was part of my dad's collection, my mom and dad's collection. When they first moved here, they bought a bunch of vinyl. So I
picked that. That's
I know,
amazing.
right? So I found a couple of them. I was like, oh, this is cool. I don't even know if they play, but they look great. They're in great condition. So,
and they're in the sleeve. They should
in the
sleeve.
sleeve. The sleeve is great condition. I mean, yeah, it's really dope. I was like, whoa, this is really cool. So yeah.
Wow. My t-shirt is from the launch of the Best Man book in New York. Yes. It's Harper, Robin, and Jordan. We're just going to keep this talk going. I love what's going on. There's a lot of conversation.
Yes, you were just on a podcast with Demetria, you and Malcolm.
Demetria Lucas, that's Ratchet and Respectable. Yes, we had a great time. It was a good time. I posted, I was like, when you go to your family reunion and you meet that one cool cousin and then you're up talking, you're like up talking all night. That one, you know what I'm saying?
Yes.
That was that conversation.
Yes, it was great. I love hearing conversations with folks who are fans, and I want to give her some kudos because she did not drop not one spoiler.
She didn't spoil it at all, and it's hard not to when you have an emotional reaction, right?
But it was a great conversation that you had, so glad. You and Malcolm had with Demetria, and I'm really excited for her bonus episode that she's going to post at some point, I think next month, giving us some time to finish the book so that we can talk about it. But yeah, it's really cool to see the fans show up and show out and have that discussion online about the book. So I'm going to always congratulate you and Malcolm.
Thank
you guys, y'all really did that. So
thank you, Fran. Yeah, I'm excited. It was such a feat to do. I haven't seen this before, where something's gone from screen. The story actually continues across formats. So it's gone from screen to book. And to try to meet fans' expectations for something that was so excellent. Yeah. It was a lot of maneuvering linguistically to try to craft something that would unfold as an experience that could rival what you saw on screen and also stay true to those characters. So I'm like, that we have to unpack that one day. Meanwhile, we have 2 more books to write, but I'm like, but at some point we'll have to sit down and really talk about how technically that was done with language, because we thought that's what we were doing, but to hear people's feedback, that is what's really exciting, because it was like, okay, this has never been done before. This is really ambitious. Yeah. Are we going to be able to do it? But we gave it our all and we loved it, especially hearing Malcolm love it. Like, he loved it. And I was like, okay, I think we're there.
And you guys have a great rapport. I just want to say, I texted this to you. You have a tendency to be very, what's the word? Look, if
motivational.
y'all need a pep talk, come to Jayne. I think I texted this to you. You have a way of, like, I guess, helping people zero in on their purpose.
That's really a big compliment.
Yeah, like the way that I heard you when you were interviewing or chatting with Malcolm, to potentially write the book series with him. You asked him a question that, like, kind of like sat him down in his seat. I think you said something like, "What do you want?"
I said, "Do you want to win?"
Yeah, girl, what? Like, why would you? How do you? What? Like, if someone said that to me, I'd be like, yes, I think so. So, I think that's
Like
just
well,
for
but it's
for
a
someone
real
that's interviewing
question.
you to, like, a very valid question, but you're trying to get the job, and to ask that question of the person that's hiring you to collaborate with you, it's like, wow, okay. And you did that to me, so I was laughing because I was like, oh my gosh, he got Jayne Allen, because I got the same treatment, which is why we're doing this podcast. So you just have, if y'all need a pep talk, like, just reach out
But
to Jayne.
you know what though? I feel like life is so important. And I don't think about it as you only live once. I just think about every moment is valuable and important. And it needs to be purposeful. And that's what
Yes.
makes life enjoyable. You know why you're doing what you're doing. You are on purpose. And I feel like I spent quite a number of years of my life, not necessarily not on purpose, but not in authentic alignment to my highest purpose. And then I've
Mm-hmm.
spent all these years aligning with that and then getting in alignment with who I am and what I understand my role to be. It just makes things feel more valuable and important, especially time. So when he was, when we were talking, that was I wanted to know, are you going to go all the way? Like, because I am, and I'm not playing. Like, I'm not playing at all, So if I show up, I'm going to show up with all of me. And
I
that
know
is,
that's right.
and so we are going to have to go there, like trailblaze,
It's so
go all
right.
the way.
It's funny enough, that touches on something
And
that touches on something we'll talk about later. But yeah, you're right. Like, I really appreciated hearing that, because I think oftentimes when you are um, considering partnership with someone, um, it you're not you're so focused on making sure that you or the other person likes you for
mm,
what you're saying or what you're
mm,
doing, but you're not taking into consideration how that person needs to show up for you as well, if that makes
mm.
sense.
Yeah, it's like you think about, oh, I want to move forward into this, and I honestly didn't even know at the time how much time you spend in collaboration when you're collaborating like this. And if I had
Yeah.
known then what I know now, I would have. And thankfully, I've been so blessed and fortunate to work with Malcolm. He's an incredible person. He's just like he sounds. He's just great. I had the best time, but I did not realize the attributes of character that a person would need to have. I mean, I think that question was like an attempt to like drive right through based on what I know, but then in the process of it, I realized there's so much I didn't know. So
Yeah.
thankfully I had that one question, but I would have so many more for somebody that I did not, a stranger that I was considering collaborating with. There's just so much character, there's so much richness of character that a person would need to have to be able to collaborate at that level with that level of intensity to do something that ambitious, which
Yeah.
is what we undertook. So
Yeah.
I'm so thankful. And I mean, it's a much longer conversation, I'm sure, like over, but each interview, each conversation, we could get to unpack it a little bit more and more and more. But I'm, even in this podcast too, I think for us, trying to get to together something that is larger than what both of us could do individually is kind of the point. It's like, let's do something new.
Yeah.
But we can't, I can't do it myself. I presume you can't do it by yourself either. This, you know, this is the collaboration era, I feel like. And
Yeah, no, you're right. I mean, I've told this to people before, I don't know why that segment was like, oh wow. Because if you think about it, when it comes to job interviews, you're not only being interviewed, you're also interviewing the employer. Viewing the employer, you should be looking at, how are they describing the culture? What are the benefits that they're going to give to their employees? Hearing that portion of the podcast interview, I don't know why it surprised me because I did a version of that multiple times when I was interviewing for positions throughout my career, different ways of doing it. But I do remember this one time where I was being interviewed for, to be an assistant at a network, and I was in a really bad environment at the job. I was trying to leave. So I was doing my best in the interview, but I was also interviewing my potential bosses. Like I was asking them questions about their life. I was asking them questions about what they expected of me. I was asking questions about the culture. And I was being hired to replace someone that was being promoted. So after meeting with my potential bosses, I met with that girl. I was like, I want to talk to her. And they were like, oh, yeah, sure. Because I don't think they expected that.
yeah.
So when I sat down with her, I asked her, like, how are your bosses? How do they treat you? What are things that I should be looking out for? And she was very honest. And then at that moment, I realized, like, oh, okay, I'm not going to internalize what she experienced because that's what she experienced. I'm a different person than her. So I'm going to take this job. And I did.
Yeah. And it was a good decision.
It was a great decision. I was there for almost 5 years.
The questions that you ask your prospective employer, or somebody's going to bring you on for consulting or any kind of role in collaboration with them, where you're responsible or you're helping them to achieve an outcome, the questions you ask are actually a mark of your experience. I mean, the reasons why I ask those questions is based on something that I've experienced before, in one of my other roles or in many other roles. I know what it takes to do something trailblazing and challenging and difficult, which I knew this was. I had a very clear understanding of what the assignment would be. And so the question is reflecting, my understanding and appreciation of the magnitude of the task ahead. You're really going to have to be committed to this in a way that I just want to make sure we're on the same page. Like we're going to have to go there, like all the way. It's not a walk in the park. And I think, any type of question that you ask that's reflective of your experience in that type of situation, you should do it, because the person hearing you, they're going to recognize game. Like people will
100%.
recognize.
And yes, he saw that, even though it sounded like he was like, whoa, okay. I think he saw that and he needed to hear that. And I think that's why you guys are such great collaborators. And that's why the book is the way it is, because you came with that energy and he matched your energy. It's what the Christians say, equally yoked. So,
right. Well, and exceeded. That was, I think, the great thing about working with Malcolm, and I think about working with Prince, and some of the people I've had great fortune to work alongside, is when you can find anybody, but somebody in the world who's achieved greatness in their respective field, but whose level of excellence can exceed yours in some capacity, where you have to meet their like they're holding a level of excellence that exceeds the level that you currently have. That is not daunting. That is a huge opportunity. That is a blessing. That is to have somebody that's holding that standard. That's it's like Atlas. It's such a challenging thing to do, to hold that standard of excellence with continuity and commitment, and then for you to have the opportunity to hold you to that standard.
It levels up. It's how you level up. You don't want to be in the room with the people that are the same. Like I've always said, I want to be with people that I can learn and learn from, step my game up. Just to simplify it. Once I feel like I'm the smartest person in the room, then I need to leave that room.
Oh yeah. What we've been told, this is like a tangent that we didn't expect to be on in our
I know,
podcast.
Sorry, y'all. We're gonna get to the show.
We're gonna get to the show, but I think it's important to talk about I realize we have been kind of lied to and conditioned, particularly as women. We have been conditioned to think we are individual contributors and that we are in a competition with each other, and that is somehow the way to achieve all of the things that you want to achieve. And I have totally given up competition. Like I don't do competition with anyone. And if anyone thinks that I am in competition with them, they're absolutely wrong. Like they may be in competition with me, and God bless you. Like I don't know what. Good luck to you. I don't know
It's
if
like
there's.
one-sided beefs. Like, okay,
I mean, I don't know. I mean, I think some people thrive off of that or whatever, and
yeah,
like but I have never really been in competition with anyone, but I have run alongside wolves, and that to me is how I have accomplished the
running
best
with
things that I've ever
wolves.
accomplished. I've run alongside the wolves. I've never, it's never been competition, but it's like I remember when I was in school, the kids that got better grades than me, they became my study partners. I was like, okay, let's study together. We go to each other's houses. We did it together. And yes, sometimes somebody got a better grade, somebody, whatever. We were all studying together before that test. We were all up
Mm-hmm.
the night before calling each other. And that was just what it was. And if somebody posted on the, points on the board that were higher, then that's like, great. That's something to look towards, but it's not a competition.
That's
And
right.
and so I
There's a
think,
difference. Yeah.
yeah, there's a big difference. And then, but I think the step beyond that is collaboration. And that's where I am right now in this phase of my life. Like every big thing that I want to do, I see collaboration in it. I see an opportunity for collaboration. Like I don't have to do it myself,
And you don't have to compete with it either.
and I don't
Yeah.
have to compete. It's not a competition. So I think we have to unthink that and particularly in our community. Like we have to get out of that. Unthink that. It is a risk when you work with somebody else, but you just have to make sure that you're on the same page in the ways that are important, and then give yourself over to the process.
First question that you can ask is, do you want to win?
Do you want to win?
That will
Yes or no?
definitely let you know who you are working with or who you are not working with. That response is definitely going to clue you in on who that person is. So
yes or no? Do you
yes
want to
or
win?
no?
Yes or no?
Well, speaking of, do you want to win?
We are in I See You Girl.
Yes. Who is your ICU girl this week?
Oh my goodness. My ICU girl this week, I have two. First is Gwyneth Paltrow.
What?
Did you see? Okay, I know. Listen, Astronomer hired Gwyneth Paltrow as their temporary spokesperson.
What do you mean?
So there's a video now on social that is an Astronomer video. So for people who have been under a rock, the former CEO of Astronomer was caught at a Coldplay concert canoodling. Sorry, the former CEO, who is still married but soon to be former husband of his now current wife, was seen canoodling with his head of HR.
Yes, I did see this on the Jumbotron.
Mid affair.
just caught on camera.
There's nothing you can like at this. It was just there's nothing.
If this was a cheaters episode, this would be just ratings.
It would be the shortest episode you'd ever seen. It would be a 30-second episode. Could be like ratings. Well, they're cheating. Okay. Yep. Yes. Like no, there's no investigation. So this was the quickest, definitive, caught out there moment of all time in the kiss cam at the Coldplay concert. Listen, I don't know who he did wrong other than his wife, but that was a cold ass way to go out. At the Coldplay
truly.
Concert.
Wait, but so how does Gwyneth Paltrow?
So Gwyneth Paltrow.
Go ahead,
now you know that the relationship that Gwyneth Paltrow has to Coldplay because her ex.
Okay. Her ex, Chris Martin. Mm-hmm.
Yes. Okay. Well, Astronomer took advantage of the moment. Now they're a data company or something like that.
Oh, because I still don't know. I was like, what do they
actually do?
So they're a data company.
So she's like, we know you have a lot of questions. We've been in the news lately, and like it's like, and then it shows like what the question is, like what in the actual. And she was like, Astronomer is actually a data company, and that's what we specialize. It's so well.
That is genius.
It is so they totally capitalized on this. They did all of their marketing for the year. They made the most of the moment, and Gwyneth Paltrow delivered the message. It's just so it's on every level. It's all the levels. Wow. It's all the levels. So good. So good. So yeah. So I see you, girl. I see you did that. I mean, I'm sure there's a team and there was some geniuses behind this. And I guess Astronomer also as a company is an ICU girl, because that way to capitalize on a moment. Honestly, that is
genius.
That is genius. That's how it's done. And shout out to some of my friends in the group chat who sent me that link, so you know who you are. And my other ICU, this is ICU king.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
Thomas Morgan. So
Okay.
he's 70 years old. You can find him on Instagram. I put the link. And he has the body of a 30-year-old at 70.
Oh, is this the man that was on the boardwalk?
He's not in the boardwalk. He does it in his house. Like he'll do 50 kettlebell swings. He'll be doing unassisted pull-ups. Like I don't know, when you see his physique, okay, 30-year-old body, better than many 30-year-olds I've seen. Like not 70-year-old wear.
Really?
Basically for my fitness inspiration, I follow 70 plus year olds who are super fit. So he's going in my collection. Like I don't know if Chef Babette is 70, but I follow her. I follow older people who have really captured their physique and brought it into a way that is just inspirational. Cause I'm like, well, if they can do it at 70, then I can do it at 25, you know?
Right.
Cause that's how old I am. So I'm just
That's right. That's right.
You know what I'm saying? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
But those are my ICUs for this week. Who are your ICU girls?
So my ICU girl this week goes to Jacquelyn Joyce. She's a content creator who chronicled her life as a caregiver for her mom who had dementia. She has since passed, but the content I came across focused on her stutter. And she talks about the specific words that she stutters on, words that start with P, B, T, D, and K. Mm-hmm. She also gave some advice on when you encounter someone who stutters and you're trying to show compassion, you want to say, take your time. Mm-hmm. But she thinks it's more thoughtful to say, I'm in no rush. Mm-hmm. Because it shows the intentional way of letting the individual know that I'm here, I'm listening, and your voice matters. Mm-hmm. She seems like such a nice woman, and I just wanted to give her a hug,
Aww.
And in light of what I said last week, I think the algorithms, because I lightly touched on being an elder millennial taking care of a parent. Mm-hmm. And she's a great resource. So you can go to her page, and that's what she talks about. And she still talks about it. Now she's putting her life back together post caring for her mom. And I think that's also content for people to see as well if you're going through that. So shout out to Jacquelyn Joyce.
So it's great to hear that offered as like, this is a way, this is her, a perspective, another perspective, or another opportunity, I guess, to show up with compassion in a different way.
Exactly. So new follower. I really enjoyed
new follower.
New
girl,
follower.
That's another. I saw that you've been memed. New follower. That's your thing now.
Wait, I've been memed?
Yeah. Some people like the way you do it.
Oh, really?
Yeah, you're like their Onija.
You need to show me this.
I thought I said it to you.
No, I didn't know that. That's awesome.
Girl, you guys, you be in the comments. It was in one of the comments. It's like,
I did see it. You're right. I did see a comment, but I didn't. Okay, we'll talk offline.
It didn't register. It didn't register.
It didn't register.
Because you're really? So humble.
Well, because you can't. I can't be out here, bragging.
Girl, you be dropping these gems.
I do be dropping gems. I'll give myself that, but I also know
voices.
That there's always so many of us, and I'm one of many. I'm one of many voices. We're all collectively adding to. The lexicon of sayings,
Okay,
so.
girl. Okay. You're going to have your special moment. So, whatever. Okay, girl.
You're like, can you just take the praise?
I mean, Jesus.
That's a problem I have. I do have that issue. It's really hard for me to get compliments. Very hard. So I'm working on it.
I know. It's hard for everybody. I've seen this. Not everybody, but it's hard for a lot of people.
You like for
to take
me?
Compliments.
I ain't got no problems.
No, I do.
Compliment me.
I do have a tendency to gloss over praise and compliments. I'm like, oh, okay, cool, thank you. I appreciate it, but then I'm always like, okay, how do I level up, or what am I gonna, whatever. So no, it's like you have to learn to take that moment.
Sit in that praise. You gotta sit in that praise.
Just sit up a little higher, right? Mm-hmm. Pop your bosoms out.
You're right. Okay, chest out. I do need to work on my posture.
I'm working on mine too,
girl, because Olandria's posture is like, then she get it from her mama. So you know what? Her mama need to teach classes about posture. How to raise a bad bitch, because Olandria is that girl. She's that girl. She's that girl.
Girl, I'm so behind.
Look at my posture. Look how I changed my posture and I immediately look 5 times better. Look at this.
It is true. If you're listening and you have not seen us on YouTube, by the way, this is your sign to go to YouTube and watch the podcast that you enjoy listening to.
Yeah.
We hope you love it.
I'm fixing my posture today. Okay. Sorry.
There we go. On. So what I'm on right now. We need a jingle.
Okay. So I came across a new web series called JUDGEY.
Oh.
And it's hosted by a comedian named Amber Singletary. She was on Black Lady Sketch Show.
Oh, yeah, I'm familiar with her.
So there's only 9 episodes. I watched all of them in one sitting. And so what she does is she listens and then she judges. It's like Billy on the Street, but in this case, it's Woman on the Street with Judge Amber. So you basically state your mess and then she will give you a verdict of whether you're guilty or innocent. And I'm obsessed.
Where do you watch this, first of all, before
it's on TikTok.
Oh, it's on TikTok.
Yeah, it's on TikTok. Yeah. So they were, like I said, I think I said there were 9 episodes. There were three that I was like, what am I watching? One is a girl sabotaged her brother's relationship with his girlfriend so that she could hook up with a girlfriend.
What? Was she guilty?
Well, you got to watch.
I mean, I don't understand how she could not be guilty.
I mean,
she sabotaged her brother's relationships to get with the girl her brother was dating.
Judge Amber has really interesting verdicts from time to time, so you should watch.
If her brother didn't know, I mean, if she was successful in getting the girl?
Yes, because her brother didn't know. To this day, brother doesn't know. She hooked up with the girl. Mm-hmm.
Well.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
This other girl discovered that her boyfriend was cheating on her with her best friend of 8 years, who was a guy.
Okay.
And then this other girl, her name is Enigma. True story. And she got ghosted by her next door neighbor.
Because she's the crazy one.
Exactly. She was absolutely doing the most.
I'm like, if first of all, I mean, listen, I don't need to hear many more details to know who's the crazy one. That should be a show. You the crazy one. That should be the show. It's like,
how do you get ghosted by your next door neighbor?
Because they're hiding from your crazy ass. That's why.
Oh, man.
They're like, I understand that. Listen, I don't need too many details. I could do that show, but then my episodes wouldn't be that long. I'd be like, it's you. Mm-hmm.
So check it out on TikTok. It's called JUDGEY, and it is a treat.
What this generation? Listen, I mean, what is going on? What's going on? What is going on? Wow.
I don't know, but some of y'all need help.
I mean, it's like I'm like, okay.
It's probably because we know too much too, because I'm sure that crazy has been around for many since the beginning of time, but with social media we just now know too much, and so I'm just like, this is what y'all are doing out here in the streets.
They out here doing the most. It's very interesting. This is the most interesting time I'm like, people just really, especially as a writer, I'm like, great. Yeah.
This is just material for me to
Wow.
use.
I know. Wow.
This is great.
Couldn't even
Tell me
imagine
again,
it if I
what
tried.
did you do?
I know, exactly. Like, you did
Mm-hmm.
what? You did
Do you
what?
mind if I record this?
I know. Like, I'm paying attention. I'm just taking some notes on my phone. Don't worry. I know.
Mm-hmm. And then what happened?
I know. And then what?
Right.
And then what? And then what? I'm like, this is fantastic.
Wow.
Fantastic.
And what were you thinking in that moment?
Girl, you know I'm gonna ask that. So weird. What were you thinking? People have said to me, like, nobody's ever asked me that question. I actually get this. Nobody's ever asked me that question before. I am like genuinely interested. I can't remember the last question I asked somebody. They're like, nobody's ever asked me that before. But it was probably something about why. Why did you, or why do you think that, or why did you whatever? Because I actually want to know. Like, I'm like, yeah, that's some crazy shit. Why did you do that? Because I'm not judging. Like, I actually don't judge. Like, I'm just curious. If I
You're
think
like, why?
I may think you're crazy as hell, but I don't attach any judgment to that. I'm like, yeah, you're
right.
Unless you do something to me. I have one friend, former friend, who's crazy as hell, and until she did something to me, I was cool with it.
You're like, it's whatever, as long as she don't do that shit to me. And then as soon as she did, okay,
I was
exits.
like, well, yeah,
stage
sent
left.
her pink slip on that.
Oh
yeah,
my gosh.
I'm opting out. Well, what I'm on right now, I'm on my fitness kick and my whatever. Like, I'm really trying to do the most. And then I saw Megan Thee Stallion and her video with Klay Thompson playing golf, and her like, and she's just so fit right now. And I'm like,
she's incredibly fit. She is.
I'm just, I'm there in my head, in my mind.
Well, it starts with the mind. So
it starts with the mind, and then it goes to the treadmill or whatever else, and that's where the problem. That's where the problem begins. But, but I'm working on it. But anyway, that's not what I'm on right now. What I'm on right now is that there is a new season of the Ultimatum Queer Love. Listen, there are 3 seasons of the Ultimatum Hetero Edition. That ain't it. That is not it. No. Good. I mean, good for them. But the real show, like the show, the Ultimatum, what is like made the Ultimatum, is the Queer Love version. Now, season 1 was epic. Epic. You never seen it? Okay. It's all queer couples, all female presenting.
Oh, wait. Let me rephrase. I've seen the hetero version of the Ultimatum, but I've not seen the
Queer
version.
Love. No, it's 2 different shows. Just don't.
Really?
We're gonna leave that other one alone. The Queer Love one is the one that needs to be watched, and that was so everybody. You don't have to be queer to love Queer Love, the Ultimatum, and to appreciate the excellence in television that it was, and the excellence in drama, because I have never seen so much communication in a relationship in my life. It's the words for me. 2 people using their words, and I mean to the extreme. The drama, the ups, the downs, the rounds and rounds. Like, it is the show. If you haven't seen the Ultimatum Queer Love season 1, you are welcome very much. Go see it right now. I put you on something. But there is a season 2, and I am on season 2. It's my episode 1. I'm into it. I'm watching the whole season. I can't thank you for blessing us, Netflix, with a season 2 of the Ultimatum Queer Love. That's what we've been waiting for amongst all these regular seasons of hetero. We don't want that. We don't want that. We want what we want. Because what I realize is that these couples, we are doing female-centered, woman-centered communication. I'll say woman-centered communication, not male-centered. So when you get the hetero version, the communication style defaults to the male. Because if the man's not going to participate in the communication, that's about where it leaves off, if they can't co-communicate.
Okay.
But in the Queer Love version, we get woman-centered communication. You got 2 women on both sides of the relationship, and so you get all the ups and downs and all the rounds and rounds of a romantic entanglement, but the communication is woman-centered, so you get all the words. all the drama, all the breakdowns, all the I mean, it's everything. It is all.
Interesting.
And I have only seen one episode of season 2, so I don't know if season 2 could ever match up to season 1, because whatever could, what could. But season 2, I'm here for it. And so that is what I'm on right now. And then, well, I'll leave that for another segment. But
oh, okay.
I'm about to be in my reality TV bag. Not really my bag, because I'm not getting a bag from it, but I will be in my spot on the sofa.
You're like, this spot on the sofa right here, I'll be sitting right here.
Mm-hmm. With my bag of popcorn.
All right, cool. Well, then we'll I can't wait. So what section are you going to be talking about?
This stuff. What's good? And Delulu.
Oh, okay. Cool. So it's something to look forward to.
Yes.
So keep listening, because she's going to talk more in what's good.
Keep listening.
Okay. So minding my Black business.
Minding my Black business.
So I am from the DMV, and I was shocked when I saw this. I was like, who in the world came up with this idea?
Shocked and appalled, or shocked?
No, shocked and impressed. I was like,
shocked and impressed. Okay.
Kind of genius.
Because they're shocked and appalled, and then they're shocked and impressed.
No, this is definitely shocked and impressed. In Bowie, Maryland, there is a 24-hour braiding shop called Nadine Hair Braiding.
24 hours.
24 hours. And this place is huge. They have over 100 chairs. You can get your hair washed. You don't have to bring the hair. They even have a kids section.
Customer service.
Okay. You don't need to have an appointment. Walk-ins are welcomed. And when you're done, there's a red carpet where you can pay your bill. And then there's an area where you can take photos after you've gotten your hair done.
They are really thought about the experience. And sometimes you want to go get your hair done starting at 3 so that you can be done at 3. Because you got to go out that night.
Now listen, hair braiding shops have had a really bad rap the last couple of months. Like, people have just been going in about the lack of customer service, the lack of cleanliness, hair braiders fighting. This one, no, real talk. Hair braiders fighting mid braiding, just braiding, and then someone smushed them in the head, and then cussing each other out. Yes, and then people posting about it, and then the here come the owner in the comments. I told you that I didn't, I gave you a discount, and now you want more, and just response video. It was crazy.
Not on my watch.
It was just
not
too much.
On my head. No, that is not acceptable.
It was unacceptable. And as first generation American whose parents are from a small West African country called Benin, it was like firsthand embarrassment. Okay. Anyway, so here comes Nadine doing what she's doing, and I'm reading the comments because I got to make sure of the comments. Mm-hmm. And most of the comments, for I would say majority, if I read 20, 18 or 19 of them were glowing reviews of the spot. People have been going there for years. And what I also love about Nadine is apparently she also does summer internships for young women who want to learn how to braid.
Oh, that's incredible.
I thought that was really cool.
I love that.
But yeah, Nadine hair braiding. I mean,
Nadine is doing it right.
Nadine's doing it right.
So if somebody starts fighting over can you imagine the panic you'd feel while you're getting your hair braided and you're in it for 15 hours?
I've seen videos of it.
No, but I mean, imagine in the situation where you're getting your hair braided and half your hair is just a mess and half is done, and then all of a sudden your braider starts fighting another braider who's
physically
braiding your
fighting
hair.
Another braider.
The crazy. Panic, the sheer panic. So Nadine has solved these problems. I couldn't even imagine.
I can't even imagine. But Nadine did she did her big one with this one. So in Bowie, Maryland.
Shout out to Nadine. Well, my Black business, which I can't believe I haven't talked about yet. I'm like, what? Storehouse Voices, the publisher of The Best Man. I can't believe I never talked about this team. Tamara Chapman. First of all, I love these ladies so much. I'm so sorry that it's taken me this long to talk about them because they're doing some amazing things in publishing. So Storehouse Voices is an imprint, and Crown, which is a imprint, a larger imprint, very large imprint, Penguin Random House,
Yeah.
and which is the largest publisher. And they started this newly formed imprint. So the Best Man happens to be the first book published on the imprint, which I'm very proud to be that.
Oh,
But
wow.
much prouder, but specifically because I'm so proud of what these women are doing. So Tamara Chapman is the CEO of Storehouse in a Box, which I think is the 8th fastest woman-owned business, might be globally or in the country. She's a boss. She's a chief. I love Tamara, and she's a wonderful, wonderful person. So she is the publisher, and she's just forged forward, and she helped 10,000 women, underrepresented voices, tell their stories, learn about publishing, and put manuscripts forward. And that was sort of the impetus of the imprint. With she made them see that their stories were their untold stories, and there were voices that were ready to come forward and to expand what is the landscape of publishing so far. And Penguin Random House and Crown stepped up to the plate. But what's really cool about this, first of all, it's an all Black female team of Tamara Chapman, of Portia Burke, who is the associate publisher. Tamara's the publisher. Jennifer Baker, who's the editorial director, and Chelsea Johns, which I know all of. They're just some
That's
of the most
amazing.
wonderful people. I got to spend time with all of them in Essence, but I knew Jennifer and of course Chelsea, who's been our editor before now, but got a chance to spend time with Tamara and Portia. Love these ladies. And they are just doing it. Like, when do you see this kind of team in leadership in publishing? It just has not happened. It doesn't happen. But the thing that they're doing that's so special and is near and dear to my heart, they have open submissions. So if you're listening, you're like, why is she telling us this? Because if you go to the Storehouse Voices website, it's about a 15-minute application. Now, you need to have some of your things already in order. You need to have some manuscript done. You need to know what you're writing about. You need to have written. You need to have already started building your platform and marketing yourself. You need to have a vision. You need to be able to put some words together.
Wow.
But you don't need to have an agent. Even if you don't have an agent.
That's huge.
You can go to the Storehouse Voices website and put forth your materials. It takes about 15 minutes to complete the application. And so it's opening the door and it's demystifying publishing for people who have historically been kept out in the cold. And that's often Black people and other underrepresented voices. But if you know my story in publishing, I basically had to start in self-publishing before, with the very same book that was rejected that became a bestseller even to this day. So the fact that they're addressing this particular issue is amazing. Support Storehouse Voices. Follow them. Go to the website. Read the About Me page. Go, if you know somebody who has a manuscript, who has a dream of writing, get connected, because what they're doing is incredible and we want them to win.
Incredible. That's awesome. That's awesome.
Yeah, it's fantastic.
Love that. I love that. Congrats to them.
Yay.
Congrats to Storehouse. Well,
Congrats to Storehouse.
We're going to go into Jesus Take the Wheel for just a second.
Just a dip. Just a dip into.
Shannon, I don't date my age. I date my wage sharp. Has settled his $50 million lawsuit filed by his SA accuser, Gabriela Zuniga, who then, post-settlement, announced her retirement from OnlyFans.
I mean, listen.
At this point, is Club Shay Shay a podcast or a payout plan?
Listen, and I've been thinking about this, and I'm like, I just can't. First of all, I forgot that he said that. I don't date my age, I date my wage. And I really don't like the fact that a lot of Black women internalized that comment. And I really don't like the fact that it feeds into that whole high value man or whatever, whose value is a lot lower now, type of situation. Like, that's more like a, I don't know what mid-value man. I don't know what it is.
He retired her from OnlyFans.
But I'm just, yeah, but I'm like, but with that phrasing and that whole posturing, he's fed into that particularly against Black women. And then to turn around, you didn't date your age, and she getting your wage. All your wages are going right over there. To each their own. But when you use your platform to make Black women in particular feel less than, I have an issue. And so I'm just like, this is not my, what do you want from the grocery store? I don't know. Like, do you like green juice?
I love zucchinis.
Me too. It makes great lasagna.
Roasted zucchini. Girl. With squash and peppers and onions and tomatoes.
Very healthy. Fantastic.
Broccoli. Roast that up with Italian seasoning, olive oil, garlic, onion powder, smoked paprika.
Really good.
Chef's kiss.
Yeah, great.
Moving on. Marine Serre is a brand, a clothing brand, and it is the latest brand to be accused of IP theft. Now, imagine being a content creator and your friend texts you an image of your face, your name, and your quote on a t-shirt sold in a store without your knowledge and or permission.
What?
And that is exactly what happened to content creator Iman Europe, Curtis, the woman that is the reason I had that wonderful out of office reply earlier in the episode. Her friend texted her a picture of a t-shirt with all of that on there. And the crazy part about it is she sold it as a shirt on her website back in 2021.
No.
Now, this is what I want to understand.
People are just what's going on?
This is apparently a trend because in recent months we've seen Converse be accused of stealing from small content creators. You're a lawyer.
Recovering, but yes.
Recovering lawyer. What kind of law did you practice?
Entertainment, transactional.
Entertainment lawyer. Okay. So I need to understand why do these people think that they can get away with this? Are they just banking on them not being aware of it? Do they because is there some language in the small print when it comes to posting something on social media or posting something on a website that, doesn't protect you? Like, please explain to us how this can happen and how we can protect ourselves. Because I'm like, what do you mean?
I do have a word. I have a word for it. There is a word that describes. It's called stupidity. And you can't count out stupidity. I mean, stupidity just acts on its own. You can't really account for it in any scenario. It's just when it shows up, it's just one of those things where you know it when you see it.
I'm like,
it's a legal standard knowing it when you see it.
Like, did y'all really think she wouldn't find out about this? They literally
they thought that.
Printed the quote. It's like a snapshot on Twitter. Just posted it on the shirt and then add the Marine Serre design and it's in the store. And if you know about Marine Serre, like that shirt is probably what, a couple $100?
This is why this is the Jesus Take the Wheel segment. Because somebody's always going to do something stupid and we're here to talk about it.
Like, it is very dumb. So anyway, she sent a cease and desist. She got an IP lawyer. Like, it's going to be figured out. But I'm just like, what would...
what is going to...
Why would you do... And then it's like, do you think they won't say anything? Same thing with Converse. There's a young man that was under there was a program that they had, and he came up with some branding. So they brought him in and they were like, okay, we love you, da, da, da. And then they stopped talking to him. And then next thing you know, the whole campaign rollout is his branding.
Yeah, that happens all the time. That happens all the time. Girl.
Y'all just be out here stealing.
Stealing.
Okay. Well, that's my Jesus take the wheel. Those are the two things that.
Well, you have the two for me. I don't have one for this week. But
I had enough for the both of us.
You did. And honestly, the first one just needed to be said.
I want to date my wage. How about that? I want to date my wage. Moving on. Health and healing. So there's been a lot of chatter, as you know, because I've been talking about this show for the last couple of weeks. If you're new here, it's Love Island. What I've been seeing the last week, though, is there have been a lot of discourse about dating and relationships and what to expect and what not to expect. And I've been seeing a lot of women post how watching Nicolandria has helped them realize that they've been settling. Or, they've been, they haven't really counted themselves in as
haven't counted themselves in.
Yes. As like partners to whoever. And this is, so what I want to talk about today is a little bit of a story time about how before Love Island and Nicolandria, how I navigated the dating landscape. I think it's worth just sharing my story because it might resonate with someone about how I found my husband.
Story time that has been inspired by Nicolandria. And the whole idea of dating differently.
Yes.
This story time is brought to you by Dating Differently.
So I've been with my husband for 13 years, married for almost 10. We have family. But before that, I was in a relationship for almost 5 years. And because of my insecurities of being a dark-skinned Black woman, and again, this is my story, I allowed a lot of things to slide in that relationship because I felt I could do better.
You felt like you couldn't do better?
Correct.
Because you were a dark-skinned Black woman?
Yes, because I didn't date a lot and I didn't get a lot of attention. So anytime someone paid any attention to me, kind of held on to it for dear life.
Oh.
And so what I did was there were certain things that bothered me. There are a lot of things that bothered me, but I just took it as like, well, I have to compromise because, he's fine. He has a great job. He has a nice car. He does this, and that, and third. Like, are you going to get any better? Like,
and as a gorgeous woman, obviously, because we can see that is crazy that whatever you experience based on for whatever reason, racism, that you would be led to believe that you aren't the fly chick that you are, and then also the story that builds in your mind, and then you're making decisions from that place that you don't get what you actually deserve. Like you somebody's getting a discounted experience that they did not really earn with
Correct.
you.
Correct. That's looking crazy. Back, absolutely. But in it, I just was not aware of it, right? And so, one of the things that I don't want to go into too many details, but let's just say that when it came to labeling the relationship, that took forever, even though we were clearly that. There was just certain things that I did. I changed my behavior because I didn't want to upset him. I muted myself. I was operating from a place of lack and insecurity. So when the opportunity came well, the opportunity came. He cheated on me. So I had no
like,
choice.
and he cheated.
And he cheated. So, so that happened. When that situation went down, I thankfully knew enough that I had no business being with him in the first place. So then came the work. And I was very, very sad, like very sad, y'all. I was a walking zombie. I was just walking the streets of New York City. There's a period where I don't know how I woke up, got dressed, went to work, socialized, came back home, and did it over again for many, many months in between being cheated on and finding my future husband. But I did know this.
Were you, before you go there, were you telling yourself a story about the future? Like, I'm never going to meet somebody like this? Or were you a zombie because you were in mourning of the relationship day to day, or because you were in mourning of a future that you feel like you lost?
All the things. Because I had created a narrative in my head of what I thought the future was going to be. And I really would love this person. So it was heartbreaking.
Of course.
I remember crying out to God. I'm getting emotional. This one day in December, and I heard a voice said, "Let it go." And I knew it was God. Like, I knew it. There was this peace that came over me that I could not explain. And it was almost as if like the veil was lifted. When I heard the words, "Let it go," I immediately knew that I needed to stop trying to, fix the relationship. Because there was a period where I was like, where we broke up, but you still talk to that person.
Of course.
When I heard those words, I immediately knew I needed to stop talking to him. So I did that. Thankfully, I slipped. I backslid, but that's okay. The point is, I stopped for 3 months. We did not talk. And in that time, God really wooed me.
Oh, God wooed you.
Wooed me and reminded me of who I am, which
that is beautiful.
I'm a child of God, right? And if he's King of Kings, that means I'm a princess.
Right.
So I should act accordingly. I was reading devotionals. I was going to church. I was praying. I was meditating. And in that time period, he put in my purview the law of attraction. I learned about the law of attraction. And there were these worksheets. I read this book. God, when he was pursuing me to come to be in his orbit, in his glory, in all of his awesomeness, I learned who I was. Because actually, if I'm being honest, that was the first time I actually felt like, oh, I'm a child of God. He's King of Kings. I'm a princess. And that's when I came across the Bible verse, Jeremiah 29:11. And I was like, oh, so you want me to live a good life? Okay, cool. Let's get it cracking, So I had a very clear vision of, I already knew what I wanted to do professionally. I wanted to be in entertainment, but using that time, I was able to zero in exactly what I wanted to do. And I wanted to find my husband. That was just what it was. So I did these worksheets, and this worksheet basically is like your dream this, or write what you want up top, and then write all the things that you don't want on one side and all the things that you want on the other side. And I did that for over an hour one evening, describing my ideal husband. So everything on the left side was everything that my ex was. He's a Gemini. Don't want that.
Girl, you should have said that from the beginning. A Gemini? Girl, you're inviting heartbreak. I'm sorry to the Geminis men, but you already know.
He was Jamaican. I was like,
oh Lord, from the islands.
I wanna cast a wider net. I wanna cast a wider.
My Gemini ex from the islands.
DER, wider. So
my Gemini ex from the islands, I had to do an exorcism. I had to do an
Sorry
exorcism.
to that man.
Oh
Sorry.
my
I'm sorry,
goodness,
y'all. Like, y'all are.
girl.
Anyways, so literally everything. I wrote 5 pages worth of things that I wanted in an ideal husband because I felt that I deserved it. Because again, I am the child of God and he is a king and I am a princess. And he said he wanted me to have a good life. Following that logic, I literally just sat down and focused on what I wanted. So I wrote 5 pages of what I wanted. I put it in an envelope. I wrote husband on it, prayed on it, and I kind of set it and forget it and was just like, Lord, this is you. I did my work. Go do your thing. And lo and behold, my husband appears.
And how long from the time that you did the writing and the envelope?
I want to say almost a year.
Within the year. I think everybody has a different manifestation timeline. Like sometimes it will be, for me, 3 weeks. Sometimes it will be 3 months. It just depends on what my mindset is, like how pure my thought is.
Oh yeah, it was very
something.
pure because I was very intentional. I was like, I want to get married, so I'm going to do this exercise. And shout out to V, my friend's cousin-in-law. She also affirmed that what I was doing was right because she says she knew someone that wrote a list and then got what she wanted. So Sierra's
I did that.
prayer.
Yeah, Sierra's right. I mean, it's been said over and over again. I will say that I don't know that I've ever had the pure, straight up intentionality, like I want to get married, but I've had moments where I was like, I want to date this person or this kind of person, especially coming off of an experience of a different type of person where I was like, I never want to do that again. So let me try the polar opposite of that.
It's not just writing a list too, but knowing that I was like, okay, this is what I wanted in a husband, God, go do your thing. I then had to turn around and look at myself. So when I'm looking at the list of all the qualities I wanted in my husband, I had to make sure that I could match that. I worked on myself. As I let God do his thing and find me my husband, I was like, okay, well, I'm going to use this time to work on my health, work on my credit. Because I can't be saying somebody gotta have good credit if I don't have it myself. Because I'm trying to build a future, right? Work on my ambition and what I wanted it to achieve in my career. All the things. I also worked on forgiving my ex. Gotta forgive your ex. After the sadness, I was holding on to a lot of anger. So much so, I believe I was visited by angels who were trying to tell me to let it go multiple times. First time I was on the subway and I was praying and I was crying and all this stuff. And this woman tapped me on the shoulder and said, my daughter, you will be healed. Sometimes when God pulls people away from you, it's because he's trying to level you up.
Wait, somebody said that to you out of the blue?
Dead ass.
That's how it works sometimes. I have had experiences like that. I will share one thing after this that speaks about forgiveness and that exact same thing.
Forgiveness is so important. I had a friend that had a dream that basically once I forgave my ex, he came back to life. She told me, she's like, you got to forgive him. I had this other guy who offered us, because again, I was living in New York. So those cabs, the one that's petty cabs. He took one look at me and was like, you have been really hurt, but you're going to be fine. You got to forgive. And when I tell you, I did not want to forgive that man. I really didn't. I was so stubborn when that guy said that to me, I was like, well, he's going to have to reach out to me because I'm not reaching out to him to forgive him for nothing. Tell me why that man was in my inbox 2 weeks later, apologizing to me. And basically I was like, fine, like, a little kid. And I forgave him. I moved on. And then I met my husband and the rest is history.
Well, this is not about dating, but this is the same topic and the same kind of spiritual counseling, or I will say requirement. So something happened at one of my jobs in life and some toxic things happened and I felt ultimately betrayed by someone who I trusted with part of my life. They had done a lot of things and I felt so betrayed. I was so upset because I really trusted this person. And when I separated from the situation, I was so hurt. And 2 things happened. First, I went to a new church, and shout out to Teray Roberts, who was the leader of one church at that time. I went to one church for the first time. And the day I went, you'll never guess, but I'm sure you will, what scripture he was preaching was Jeremiah 29:11. For I know the plans I have for you. It was exactly that was the day I went there. It was the same kind of situation. It was that day. And it was one of the best sermons I've ever heard, but it just stuck with me that scripture. If
Mm.
you never read Jeremiah 29:11, even if you're not Christian, you're listening, I would recommend just Googling it and reading it. Religion aside, it's just a great one verse. It's foundational. It's so wonderful.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a great reminder of the potentialities of life, especially if you're feeling overwhelmed or low, or just questioning. It's go
That
to
verse
that one.
changed my life.
It changed mine
When I
too.
saw that, I was like,
It
"What?
changed, that moment changed everything.
Wait, you care?
It changed my
Oh, okay.
perspective on a lot of things. I'm like, wait,
Yeah,
it's not supposed to be bad. Okay, well, let me. But anyway,
exactly. Wait, so this is trash?
you
So
don't
you
hate.
agree this is trash too?
Yeah,
Oh,
right.
okay.
Like, oh, you don't hate me. Okay, this is the situation. Okay, I got it. Yeah, because I was like, I wouldn't wish this on my worst enemy. It's like God was like, I don't wish this on you either. I was like, oh, okay. When I was meditating on it, when I was praying about it, the one message that continued to come to me was, you must forgive him. You must forgive him. And so I did not know how to forgive someone who had betrayed me at that level, because it just seemed so one-sided. It just seemed
Yeah.
like it was so unprovoked. I was everything I was supposed to be, and here's what happened. And so it wasn't even I was unwilling. I just had no idea, how do you forgive someone like that? Because like what he had done was just, to me, just so wrong.
Yeah.
And I was like, are you even supposed to forgive someone who does something like that to someone? Like, you're supposed, like, why would you even, you're not even supposed to forgive them. But I would walk every morning for 3 to 5 miles thinking about how to forgive this person. Like, what does it even look like? And that was part of my meditation, my prayer. I was like, can you help me understand, how to forgive this person? And the first thing I could do was like pray for them. Like, just I pray for their wholeness, because if they were whole, they wouldn't do what they did. And so
Mm.
that was my way of and then the next step was to thank them. Thank them for the experience.
Mm.
Thank them for the person that I am on the other side of it. Because it wasn't all bad. It ended badly, but it wasn't all bad. And there's something to be thankful for. And also, and in particular, my growth. And so, that was my journey and process of that. But it wasn't particularly a relationship, but it taught me so much, that moment, about moving forward from relationships and then moving into the next thing. So that
That's
yeah,
real.
that piece of forgiveness. I mean, this might be, I don't know who this is for, but
Forgiveness is key. You got to let it go. Let it go
let it
and
go,
let
like
flow.
Keisha Cole, like Keisha
Let go,
Cole.
let flow. So that's my story of dating, how, like, dating from an insecure place, um didn't, and like you said, like, it wasn't all bad. My relationship wasn't all bad. There are a lot of things that I learned about myself in that relationship. I made sure not to carry it into the next one. But the reason why I wanted to share the story is I just wanted to show that there is better. Like, you don't have to settle, right? You don't have to compromise so much to the point where you don't even recognize yourself. Like, when I think about that girl that was in that, I don't even recognize her. I don't know who she is. She's
Right.
not me.
That ain't
I'm not
me.
her.
I don't know her.
I don't know her. Mariah
Stop.
Carey. I don't know her.
I don't know her.
I don't know
Yeah.
her. And if you are, and I also want to say, if you're in this position where you are finding yourself compromising more than you should, I really encourage you to sit down and think about why you're doing that, and if there's a way to move forward. I know for me, I had to do the work. So I had to sit down and think about, like, why was I doing that? Oh, it's because I was insecure, because I didn't feel like I could do any better. And God is telling me I'm a princess, that He's telling me He has, plans for me to prosper, plans for my good. So why am I allowing myself to be in a situation where it's the opposite of that? So
Exactly.
if He don't want that for me, why am I doing that for myself? Let's go.
Hello.
So I moved
Hello.
on. And I'm glad I did.
Well, we'll have to do more of our Dating Differently segment, story time, and in future episodes,
Yeah.
because there's so much to share. I also feel like when you're able to share some of the experiences that you had, it makes it a little bit more not valuable, but it feels more worth the experience. Like, I went through this, and so I'm going to share this so that you can make different choices
Yeah, because I
than
think part
I
of the
did.
reason why we experience these things is to share them, right?
Exactly. Hence the
So,
podcast.
and it's, yeah,
And it's good. Like, what's good in Delulu land?
What's good in
What's
Delulu land?
good?
Ralph Lauren just released their Portrait of American Dream Oak Bluffs collection in association with Morehouse and Spelman. And it's stunning. It is stunning. It's stunning. It's one of the creative directors of the men's collection. He's a Morehouse alum. I think his name is
I've seen, yes.
Something Jeter. I can't remember his name at the moment.
James
Jeter. And the collection is fire. But I don't want to talk about the collection. I want to talk about the documentary film about the collection. That is just 20 minutes long. It's on YouTube. And it is a beautiful testament to our resilience, our perseverance, our determination, our joy, our style, our overall badassery. I was cheesing the entire time watching this doc. I'm in awe of us.
And evidently Ralph Lauren is too.
In a time when people are really trying to erase us, like, you can't. You can't. Because I've never been to Martha's Vineyard. I've never been to Oak Bluffs. I want to go now more than ever. But hearing how the community was created by just one man and his family who just bought a cottage that was like a lighthouse, and how all of these different kinds of people from all walks of life descend upon Oak Bluffs in August. And they have these traditions like 5 to 7s where you can just walk around and go to people's homes and just, be free and be yourself and not have to worry about everything else. It's like this magical place. It's by the water. And this collection reflects that in a like, to the point where you see this, there's this patchwork jacket that looks like a blanket that you would see in someone's home, and then there's these beautiful white dresses that look like some of the dresses they would wear back in the day. Bravo to James Jeter and this collection. I cannot wait to experience this magic. The collection is awesome, and it's Ralph Lauren prices, y'all, so just know that.
Remember, it wasn't, I don't think, as bad as Tommy Hilfiger, but I just don't feel like Ralph Lauren was as into the culture as the culture was into Ralph Lauren. So it's nice to see.
Yeah. And look, it's because of us entering these places and these spaces that allow us to do that. Now, this is they already did a collection back in 2022. That was also in collaboration, keyword, with Morehouse and Spelman. That was just like, really cool, like the sweaters and all that jazz.
Yeah.
But this collection is specific to Oak Bluffs. And
I can't wait to see it.
And the tradition and the legacy behind that. Just to hear from these historians and to hear from people who have been there for generations, just to watch them talk about how special Oak Bluffs is and how this collection is an homage to that. It's just really beautiful to see. So that is my what's good. The doc film is directed by a man named Cole Brown. Just really beautiful. I was moved to tears. Legit.
Love it.
It was great. It's great.
Well, my what's good. This is peak Delulu. Perfect Match on Netflix.
Another dating show.
Comes out August 1st. Now, this is the season where we get to see Ollie and
oh, yes, finally.
AD,
I want to see how they got together.
How they got together, because now they're with child.
Talk about, girl, redemptive arc for homegirl. Yes.
I mean,
what was that lady's name? Another
AD,
example of
dating differently. She went across the pond, honey. That boy Clay played her, and she walked out with 16 carriages and made the video that I haven't even seen the video for 16 carriages, Beyonce's song. I've only seen AD walk away from that wedding with her girls. Like, that's how this needs to be. That was the official video to 16 carriages as far as I'm concerned. So AD did that, but she got, but I don't know, but I need to see it. I can't speak on it till I see it. But
August 1st, right?
August 1st.
I'm locked in.
We are locked in. I'm going to see the Olandria movie from Love Island before I see this.
Yes.
But I am going to see it. So then, but then that's not it. That's not all. You got to coordinate. So Love is Blind UK, which is where Ollie first made his debut, is coming back August 13th.
Oh, yeah. Let's go.
But you can't stop there. You can't stop there because Love is Blind US is coming out October 1st.
Oh, they're not playing games.
They're not playing games. They're not playing with us. They're keeping us in the chokehold.
You got Perfect Match.
All the way through fall.
You got Love is Blind UK and US. And then you have the reunion for Love Island USA.
For Love Island. And
August
meanwhile,
25th.
and before August 1st, you have you are watching the Ultimatum Queer Love. Because I'm telling you, this is a masterclass in relationship communication and also a peak level drama. Wonderful. I heard that there was a casting call in Detroit for Love is Blind. Now that could never be me, but I'm so happy for these people. I'm wonderful. Clap it up. I would love to be at one of your weddings. There's no way possible that I would marry a stranger. So I wouldn't even marry somebody I know.
Ooh.
Or have been dating. So no. If you see me get married, somebody has done a feat. You should come. You should come. You should witness it yourself. Runaway Bride, that would be me.
Oh, really? Oh, that Julia Roberts movie. Oh, with Richard Gere.
I would be wearing sneakers at the altar because I may have to bolt.
Oh,
it may be one of those moments.
I can't. That is hilarious.
If you see a wedding invitation for me, you should go just to see, like, is this really gonna happen? Because I'm thinking that too. If that's happening. I would never marry a straight. Don't be looking for me in their Love is Blind casting.
Oh my gosh! Well, August is going to be an amazing month for relationships. Netflix knew what it was doing. Netflix was like, "We're gonna get all your attention.
We're gonna do our big one on this." Yeah, so we will be locked in on Netflix. Make sure that whoever subscription you're using, you stay cool.
I've given up on Love is Blind USA.
See, I'm still watching because I told you I'm going to watch the last.
That's right. You did say that.
But I need them to do better. I need them to do better.
Yeah, because they just
the last episode, the last season.
I'm done. Okay,
that was just terrible. So what's your final word? Right?
I know,
yeah, we're done. This is an extra long episode.
It's a long episode, y'all. Sorry, we talked about all kinds of things.
We've just been all over.
I'm in my hoe phase. Happiness over everything.
I'm glad you clarified that. I like that. I was like, wait, we just talked about. Okay, got you. Happiness
over everything. That I saw that on Kerry Washington's page.
I like it.
My hoe phase.
Well, my final word is: if folks can't see you, it's probably because you're over their head. Shout out to my co-host, the beautiful dark-skinned Black woman, Nikki T.
Wow. What a final word. I see you, girl.
I see you, girl. Girl.
That's an epic final word. That was an epic final word.
Bloop.
Bloop. On that note, that's our episode. See you next week. Thanks for joining us. Catch us on YouTube. Make sure you subscribe wherever you listen to your favorite podcast, and tell all your friends to join us in the group chat. Yes. Bye.
Bye.